This is a stimulus and Social Security update. Got some important updates to share with you. There are 4 big changes that Washington wants to make for Social Security, and I have to warn you, not all those changes are good. I'll give you the details on that. Also, today, new direct payment between $1,800 and $4,500 being sent to millions of Americans today. One Republican is saying that the age to collect Social Security should be extended because people want to work longer. I'll play you a video clip from one Congress member talking about the latest status of what's going on with Social Security, and I'll give you some other important updates as well. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. If you appreciate the fact-based, fast-paced updates, hit the like button down below, and I'm giving $200 checks tomorrow to my subscribers, so you have just today to sign up if you haven't already. Details down in the description below to get those $200 checks. Let's get into it here. Social Security, 4 big changes Washington wants to make. So when it comes to Social Security, for years we've been hearing that there's going to be new changes. Some are going to be good, some are going to be bad. So there have been a lot of changes for Social Security coming into 2023. But there are more changes that may happen in 2023 that haven't been into law yet. One of them is increased taxes for the wealthy. So Social Security benefits are funded primarily through payroll taxes. Workers pay into the program now, and that money is paid out to current retirees and benefits. Right now, those taxes aren't enough to pay out the benefits in full. To cover the deficit, Social Security Administration has been dipping into its trust funds. These trust funds will provide enough cash to pay out benefits until 2035, at which point payroll taxes will only cover 80% of projected benefits. So one solution is to tax more. So basically, currently it's income up to $162,000 per year subject to Social Security taxes. They want wealthy workers paying more in taxes. So this is one of the most popular potential solutions, with around 81% of voters across political parties supporting this plan, according to the 2022 survey. So basically, tax the wealthy to pay out Social Security so that it doesn't go insolvent. Excuse me. Number 2, raise the full retirement age. So your full retirement age is the age at which you'll receive the full benefit amount you're entitled to based on your earnings record. So currently, the full retirement age will depend on your birth year. Everyone's will fall between the ages of 66 and 67. Some lawmakers have proposed raising the full retirement age anywhere between 68 and 70. If this proposal were to take effect, older adults would have to wait longer to receive their full benefit. I'm curious, what are your thoughts on that? Just delaying the full benefits to be paid out for Social Security recipients. Is this a good idea, bad idea? So the last two are basically to help the longevity of the Social Security program. Then number 3, increase the payroll tax. So another potential way to increase Social Security's funding is to increase the payroll tax itself from 6.2% to 6.5%. This would affect all tax-paying Americans, and it would help boost Social Security's funding so that it can afford to pay out more benefits. What are your thoughts on that? Increase the taxes in general for everybody. So we've heard tax the wealthy, increase the taxes for everybody, and then also this one, reduce benefits for high earners. So a 4th potential solution is to reduce the benefits for the top 20% of earners. It's unclear how much high earners benefits would be reduced, but they would still receive larger payments than lower earners. Is this a good idea? Those who are the top 20% who are earning high, do they even need Social Security? Maybe they have a whole other pension plan that's good enough and they don't need the Social Security checks. Is this a good idea to reduce the benefits to them? Let me know your thoughts. So these are all different ideas that they want to possibly implement for the year of 2023. I'll keep you updated on that. And today is payday, Wednesday, the 18th. So new direct payment between $1,827 and $4,555 being sent to millions of Americans today. So this is if your birthday falls between the 11th and the 20th, you get your check today, which is the 3rd Wednesday of the month, January 18th. And then if your birthday is the 21st to the end of the month, then January 25th next week is when you get the payday. So I know this article says between $1,800 and $4,555. So if you do get it today, I'm really curious, what is your new Social Security amount and is it enough? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, when it comes to SSI, Social Security Supplemental Income 2023, brand new $914 direct payment drops in 2 weeks. So this is coming out on the 1st, on February 1st, with the increased COLA benefits as well there. And when it comes to Social Security being another change, Republicans seeking to raise Social Security age claims people want to work longer. That's a very interesting claim. So I'm really curious. So this is from Republican Representative Rick Allen of Georgia, defended his position on raising the age when seniors can receive Social Security by saying people want to work longer. So I'm really curious. If you are on Social Security, would you have preferred to work longer or collect Social Security now? I think it's a lot easier to say if someone is getting a $174,000 salary in Congress to say, yeah, just wait a little longer. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? When it comes to what is actually happening in Congress with Social Security, we're hearing a lot from different people. Take a look at the latest from a congressman right here.
If you saw the readout last night, you saw Republican Congressman Byron Donalds of Florida make this claim.
Do you know that Social Security is going to be insolvent in 2035?
It is not going to be. That is not true.
Will.
That is actually not true. Okay, the thing he said there that is true is the date, 2035. But Social Security is not going bankrupt. 2035 is the year Social Security trustees say that its trust funds will be depleted. But again, Social Security is not and will not be bankrupt. Okay, now this is the part where I ask you to take out your phones and hit record so you can tell a friend or your Fox viewing uncle the facts. Okay, get your phones out. Here we go. Social Security pays benefits to people who paid in via that FICO tax thing that you see on your paycheck. And they pay that from two sources, a massive trust fund that builds up over time and from current payroll taxes. So that even if the trust fund is depleted, money is still coming in. And as long as people are working and paying payroll taxes, money coming in means benefits will be paid out, even after 2035. Okay, hopefully that clears that up. But Congressman Donalds made a case for something conservative and libertarian billionaires and the right in general have wanted for a really long time. You are in favor of privatizing Social Security.
No, I'm not in favor of privatizing it.
But you just argued for it.
I said you brought it up, and I brought you the facts.
But you
on S&P 500.
So if a bill came forward to privatize Social Security, you'd be for it?
No, because what we should be doing.
Okay, then it's a moot point.
It's not a moot point. You're trying to put words in my mouth.
But you just explained that the S&P would be a better return than Social Security.
Better returns.
So then you're for privatizing it.
That is a fact.
Okay, so
don't cheapen privatization when the data is crystal clear that the returns would have been better.
Okay, you're for it. You've said that you're for it.
That means that it would have been a better situation than what we've seen to this point.
Voila. Okay, privatizing Social Security has long been a goal of the right and a major one for the Tea Party. Here's Republican Senator Mike Lee back in 2010.
It will be my objective to phase out Social Security, to pull it up by the roots and get rid of it.
Phase out Social Security and pull it up by the root. But the talking point goes back way before that. Here is President George W. Bush after his re-election in 2004.
Let me put it to you this way. I earned capital in the campaign, political capital, and now I intend to spend it.
I got capital. Bush used his so-called political capital to aggressively push a plan to partially privatize Social Security. It was so broadly unpopular that despite Republican majorities in both houses of Congress, it was never even brought up for a vote. Joining me now is Democratic Congressman Rajat Krishnamurthy of Illinois. Congressman, it is so great to see you in person.
Same here. Thank you.
This is what's fun about being a D.C. show, is that we get to see you guys in person. Okay, so let's go through this just for a moment. This idea that Social Security is drying up on the vine and that it's just going away. Please explain, if I did not do so thoroughly enough, why that is not only not true, but actually dangerous to the program.
Oh, it's just false. It's a lie. It's about as true as George Santos having stormed the beaches of Normandy, Joy.
Wait a minute, he didn't storm the beaches of Normandy?
I think the truth of the matter is that around 2035, just as happened many times in the past, including in 1986, because of demographic changes, adjustments will be made to make sure that Social Security is there for the next generation. President Biden has put forward, and many others have, the proposal to raise the cap on the income subject to Social Security. Right now, the cap is about $160,000. So for people who earn much, much more than that, and there are a lot of folks that do, they don't pay taxes on most of their income, unlike most Americans.
Yeah.
So that's a common sense proposal that actually most Republicans support.
Well, and just to explain, just so the people understand that, you pay that FICO tax on the first $160,000 of your income, even if you make $1 bazillion. Everybody who makes $1 bazillion, they don't pay taxes because they get that as a business. But let's just say you earned a paycheck that was $4 million. You only pay on 160. If you just inch that up, you'd fix it. One of the other issues is that if you look, I just want to put up a little chart. I love charts and graphs. I'm a nerd. And it shows what has to be spent by the federal government. There's the kind of spending that is discretionary, meaning defense spending, which is a big chunk of that. There's things like social programs, food stamps, things like that. But then there's Social Security and Medicare. They're not discretionary, right? It's not like the government could say, you know what, we feel broke and we're not going to pay it. They have to pay it.
That's right. I mean, this is something that, as you know, is like vital for most Americans. It turns out that something like half of Americans rely on Social Security for half of their income. And so we're talking about maybe 20 million Americans who would go into poverty if Social Security weren't there for them. So that's why it's so vital for us to make sure that we keep our promise. And because it's a mandatory spending program, we have to under the law.
Under the law. And you know, Chile tried this. I think even during Pinochet, they tried it. And even he said, no, that's going too far, right? Because it was a disaster. What wound up happening is that if you took that Social Security trust fund, handed it to Wall Street firms, which they would love to get their hot little hands on it, and they gambled it in the stock market and then lost it, they would still get their fees.
Well, look at last year.
Yes.
The S&P was down 20%.
That's right.
So just imagine if we had invested that Social Security trust fund in the stock market in any given year, and you experienced that type of loss, what you'd see is what you saw in the United Kingdom when they attempted to do something similar, which is bailouts. The government ends up bailing out these funds. We go into further debt, and we're worse off than where we are right now.
And so this is my challenge, is that the Republicans are not having a real debate on this. Some of them are saying, like Lindsey Graham did, that we should raise the retirement age, I don't know, 77 or 99 or whatever, so no one ever gets it. You have people who want to privatize it. The two things they don't want to talk about, right now you're about 2 workers for every retiree. Because it's basically, it used to be 3 to 1. There were 3 people actively working to pay for one retiree. It's now 2 to 1. Immigration would fix that.
You know what?
A little tax increase, a little immigration will fix it.
You hit the nail on the head. I'm a legal immigrant myself. I'm from India. I came here when I was 3 months old. And we're down by millions of immigrants right now.
That's right.
These are younger workers, people who pay into the system, support our social safety net. The other thing that we have to do, Joy, is today only 1/3 of Americans have a 4-year college degree. For the 2/3 of Americans who do not, we have to absolutely upskill their earning potential.
That's right.
You upskill their earning potential, guess what? They're able to pay more taxes, earn more money themselves, and support the social safety net. So that's another key reform that we need.
I think one other thing I would love for the Democrats to do is stop calling it entitlements. This is something people paid into. It's their money. It's their money that they're getting back for having paid into the system.
It'd be like me saying, you know, the money in your wallet, that's an entitlement.
Thank you, Congressman. Thank you. I love having this conversation with somebody who actually cares about the issue. Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Joy.
Thank you.
So what are your thoughts? Does Social Security have a chance? Is it going to be cut or go insolvent? Let me know your thoughts on that. And that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully brighten your day a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell you something that you should always do. Sometimes just sit on your bed or like sit at a table on like your counter and like sit down and take like 10 breaths. Breathe in and breathe out because you need yourself to feel relaxed. And that's all I wanted to tell you for today. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget about those $200 checks down in the description below. Details if you want to potentially win a $200 check. And hopefully you have a great rest of your day. If you want to check out any of my other videos, you can click right up here. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Be safe. Thank you for watching.